Shalom. Shalom, Akim. All praises, honor, glory, blessings, and power be unto Abanoah, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaha Kodash. All right. Kal halalim la Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaha Kodash. Barakati Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, elder bishops of Great Millstone. Okay, they are the men of the Lord, the men of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, the mouthpiece of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and also including part of the men of the Lord, a hefty, heavy, hearty shalom to the prophets of that body. All right, the prophets of the body. All right, and double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well. And shalom to the prophets of that body, and shalom to the 144,000 and 1/3. May peace and blessings and the spirit of endurance be upon you and your households. Jacob, I know how you're feeling. All right? You're getting through the day. You get through each day. The Lord blesses you. All right? You feel tired. You know, you're a young man. You still feel tired. Aches and pains, but the Lord gets you through. The spirit of Yahweh B'Hashem Yashai gets you through. All right? We got a lot to look forward to. But before we get to, as they say, the good parts, right, which is a kingdom, of course, all right, and in the spirit and power of Yahweh B'Hashem Yashai, we've got to get through the last, as they say, the last leg of this captivity, all right, because things are going to go down, regardless of whether it's AI, whether it's crisis actors, whether it's the real deal or a combination of everything. It's all prophecy. Okay? It's all prophecy. The Lord decides everything. Man's goings are of the Lord. Then how can a man understand his own way? Which is Proverbs 20 and 24. I'm just going to quickly Google it that I've quoted it correctly. That's another thing of this battle that we're going to, the hopeful elect, going to deal with. All right? Which means that if you were once someone like myself that had a real sharp mind in your younger years, you never forgot shit. As you're getting older, right? Even if you look young, you know, because, you know, Jake, you know, we're not blowing our own trumpets, but we age like wine, right? Right? You feel the heat. And you know what Esau's putting in the air. And I'm not the only one going through this, all right? You know, but the Lord Yahweh Shemashai gets us through. Proverbs 20 and 24, man's goings are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his own way? So everything is all prophecy. All right? Now, with this... I'm going to be careful, you know, the so-called powers that be of this world, the people that wear the beanies or the black hats, the 1948ers, they were supposedly, right, allegedly, you know, attacked. Okay. Now, this individual here, you know, okay, let me just go to the synopsis here. The Joint Terrorism Analysis Center, JTAC, has raised the UK national threat level from substantial, meaning an attack is likely, to severe, meaning an attack is likely in the next 6 months. All right. So from this alleged attack, okay, some things are going to come off from that, you know, not like a spin-off, I would say. Off the back of that, there's going to be other things, other scuffles, other skirmishes. We don't know what Esau Edom's going to do. You know, we don't know what the Yahweh Shemashai's plan is, because the Lord takes care of the right-hand side and the left-hand side. The Lord deals with both. The Lord has his spiritual staff. I hope the Lord Yahweh Shemashai doesn't mind me saying this. You know, the Lord has his angels on the right-hand side, all right, to guide the elect, to protect the elect, all right. I believe, you know, the Lord guides, is it Psalms 91 verse 4? 444. Let me just, I want to quote the scriptures as well. I don't want to just paraphrase. I'm trying to quote them as well, man. Because blessed is he that readeth, right? And Lord willing, you know, and you get this passion for the scriptures, man, like a woman, which I understand completely what Sophia means. Psalm 91 verse 4. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Right? That's Psalm 91 verse 4. The elect are covered, by the wings of Yahweh Shemashai. The chariots, the angels, right? They're protected. And then the Lord has got his left-hand side angels, which are called demons and, right? Demons, so-called satanic type beings, right? Uh, the left-hand side angels doing the work on the left-hand side, whether it's guiding people to do certain things on what the world would call negative, or deleting people, so forth and so on. So the Lord takes care of both ends of the spectrum, right-hand side and the left-hand side. Okay? So, there's going to be, along with the July the 4th so-called celebrations coming in approximately 2 months, 2 days, because today's the 2nd of May, or the Americans, Jakes would say the 5th, May the 5th. Okay. Okay. So 2 months, 2 days. And so the next 6 months, this is just me speaking as a man, are going to be quite crucial. A lot's going to be going on. A lot of brothers, GMS Goodly Heritage, another one of my favorite brothers. The brother has a beautiful spirit. He gets bare dreams, bare visions. I watched this video yesterday about, he had visions and dreams of nothing but judgment coming, man. There's another video I need to watch as well. Isaiah 4:1 video, another brother that posted it. I think it happened in the last 6 hours. He had a vision. A lot of brothers having Isaiah 4:1. Women are going to be alone, so that means the men are going to be, posted up in World War III. Revelation 11:14. They're going to be taken, so therefore the lack of men that are around. So therefore, Jake is going to get the pick of the litter, so to speak, because and a lot of men are not going to have that backbone either, right? The charagma is going to be in effect, which is Revelation 13:16. Okay, all these so-called skirmishes and T attacks are happening, right? So therefore, significant things are going to happen. Whether they're going to do some more orchestrating AI-wise, or literal crisis actors, or however the Lord does it, or it really happens, okay, it's going to go in a direction where there's going to be some SHIT happening, all right, which could possibly lead to some kind of civil war or race riots. We've already seen from a UK perspective women of other nations and other religions being graped by Esau Edom, because Esau Edom assumed, this is what they say in the news, they were Muslim, hence the reason why these Edomites graped this woman. It was apparently a Sikh woman, Sikh, and most Sikh women are Israelite women, okay? You don't know that because, I know that because I come from that culture as an Israelite foreigner, so I know, all right? And Brother Napash of the UK, the Turkish brother, has spoken to a lot of Sikhs, which is basically northern Indians from the land of Elam. Majority of them are Israelites, okay? I know, so I grew up around them and Benjamin. All right? And so a lot's going on, man. A lot of little different things, a lot of things that are happening that are specific to each land, and a lot of things are happening on a worldwide basis, which means that we are coming to a significant part in the crossroads. Now, I don't know how much more I'm going to play of this. It's 6 minutes, 17 seconds. But let me just read the synopsis here first. It follows an anti-Semitic T attack in Golders Green, which saw 2 J men stabbed in the street. The Home Office said the threat level has been rising for some time, driven by an increase in broader Islamist and extreme right-wing T threat from individuals and small groups based in the UK. The UK was last at Severe. What the hell? The UK was last at Severe in November 2021, following the Liverpool Women's Hospital bombing and murder of Tory MP Sir David Amess. Well, before being lowered to substantial in February 2022. Okay. Home Secretary Shabana Mahmood branded Wednesday's attack a vile act of T. She urged Brits to be vigilant in their daily lives and contact police if they have concerns. Okay. Now, let me just I'm gonna quickly Google this. Rakti Abashimashai is 144 now, 1404. Who attacked the two Jew ISH men in Golders Green? Okay. I was just reading in code while trying to use while I was trying to get the information out. Should have just said the full name anyway. Let me just type it in. I don't want to say it, They're calling it anti-semantics, all right? Okay, and apparently, man appears in court, right, over attempted murders of 3 people in London knife attacks. This is Friday, 1st of May. Okay, no, this is... Okay, apparently the guy's name is, what they're saying, it looks like a Somalian in the picture. Well, it's a cartoon type depiction, so Somalian or Arab. The guy's name they showed is Esau, all right? Suleiman, 45. He's accused of juking up, I'm using Benjamite slang here, juking up, stabbing up, apparently one of his own kind, right? On Wednesday, I believe, this week. He attacked somebody called Ishmael Hussein at his home in Southwark in London, which is, I believe, is South London. He then travelled to Golders Green, which is a stronghold of the 1948s in northwest London, arriving shortly after 11 a.m. and attacked two J men. All right. So, a lot of our elders have been saying that there's a war. They're trying to some kind of situation they're trying to prop up and push between Christianity and Islam. All right, or wacky-tacky Christianity and Islam. I'm not too privy to that. Our elders are way deep. Our elders and apostles, our bishops especially. The historian bishop, I always call him the historian bishop. The elder used to have the braids before, the tribe of Gad. That elder is really, knows about this sort of thing. But nevertheless, they're really trying to prop up the war against Islam. And under Islam, Esau Edom doesn't really give a shit. As I've mentioned already, a Sikh woman is raped here in the UK, and she has nothing to do with Islam. She's not even a Muslim. She's not even an Elamite. All right, she's just a brown woman. And a lot of brown people, regardless of their religion or ethnicity, are going to be caught up in these scuffles. Like us, as mentioned during Jeremiah 30 verse 7, which is Jacob's trouble, you Israelites are the prime target, but everybody is going to get caught in the crossfire because Esau Edom deems all you brown people as N-words, especially you Israelites. The heathen we don't care about, okay? You heathens get caught in the crossfire, okay? Because Jacob's trouble is for the 2/3 and the heathen. The elect are good money, all right? Now, okay. Let's see what it says here comments-wise. It says here, this government is a national security risk. We can't predict the weather, but we can predict T attacks. Opportunity for more restrictive laws. Yeah. Okay. They're going to say that they're protecting you, but what they're going to take away? More of your freedoms. And Esau Edom, the so-called white man, will give up his freedoms as long as the foot of the government or his cohorts or his kith and kin, the authoritarian type so-called white so-called the authoritarian Edomites, the people with power, as long as their foot is on the neck of N-words, they'll give up their some of their freedoms. Look, somebody called Bill Davies. We can't predict the weather, but we can predict T attacks, opportunity for more restrictive laws. Yeah. Government has let this happen. Indeed, it has. Government sure love their perpetual fear. Keep the masses in perpetual fear. In the next 6 months, that's about as vague as a psychic reading. But nevertheless, this is all a revelation of the method. Esau Edom likes to let you know, that something is on the horizon, whether it literally happens within 6 months or after 6 months or on the 6th month, as soon as this statement is made by this bald-headed Edomite, right? something is on the horizon. Why? Because we're not going to believe what Esau Edom says. We believe because Yahweh Shemashai said. Okay? Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the Lord is plucking up. Loosely paraphrasing the scripture, the Lord is plucking up that which was planted. Edom's kingdom was planted. Now the Lord is plucking it up piece by piece. It's like a house of cards, strategically removing every single card before that whole house falls down. Okay? Esau Edom is like, what's that fucking character? Humpty Dumpty. You know? He's on the wall, man. Ready to be pushed off. All right? Should I play or should I not? Let's play a little bit. Let's play about a minute or so. Lord willing, it works. Anyway.
Today, the Home Secretary has confirmed that the Joint Terrorism Analysis Centre has raised the terrorism threat level in the UK from substantial to severe. This means it is now highly likely that a terrorist attack could happen in the UK. As we've seen, the UK has been experiencing a gradual increase in terrorist threats for some time, driven by a rise in both Islamist and extreme right-wing terrorism. Our casework is increasing across a number of ideologies, and within that, we are seeing an elevated threat to Jewish and Israeli individuals and institutions in the UK. We're also working against an unpredictable global situation that has consequences closer to home, including physical threats by state-linked actors. Following yesterday's horrific terrorist attack and incidents targeting the Jewish community across the country, there is already an enhanced police response in place, and all police officers will be reviewing this in light of the change in the threat level. In some areas, you will already be used to seeing more officers than usual. In other places, you may start to see that too. They will be deploying unpredictably, which means sometimes you will see them and sometimes you won't. But please know, we are with you. Police forces up and down the country routinely work with community and faith groups, and this will continue as we seek their support and assistance in keeping the UK safe. And we continue to work with businesses who are advising to review their protective security plans to ensure they have everything they need in place. And I want you to know, we have the full range of counter-terrorism tactical options at our disposal, and these will be deployed nationally and without hesitation wherever we see fit. And alongside our partners, we are reviewing our casework, live investigations, and subjects of interest. Now, many of you will be wanting to know what you are being asked to do following the change in threat level. And I understand that this announcement may cause you concern, but I ask that you be alert, but not alarmed. Police officers and staff, together with our security service partners, will continue to work both day and night to protect you against the threat of terrorism. Every year, we receive thousands of calls and online reports from people concerned about possible terrorist activity. Those reports provide us with the intelligence that can be turned into action.